This coverage of the TIAA Women's Basketball Tournament live from Minneapolis Thursday through Saturday on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. The Ohio State women will be the top seed in Minneapolis next week. They wrap that up on Wednesday night with a victory over Michigan, the only team that beat them in conference play this season. It was the Bucks' record 17th all-time conference title, first outright crown for OSU in 6 years, and they remain a number one seed in the latest bracket reveal for the women's tourney, which came out yesterday. South Carolina, Stanford, and future Big Ten member UCLA, the other top seeds. Iowa's a 2, Indiana's a 4, and USC, which of course joins the league next season as well, is a 2 seed. But let's focus on the Bucks and Junior Taylor Thierry. She is our big interview. She joins us now from Columbus. Taylor, congratulations on the Big Ten title. What stands out to you as you think about Wednesday night and the celebration and the win over the Wolverines?
Yes, thank you. Looking back at our game against Michigan, it was just an exciting accomplishment for this team and this program. But, at the end of the day, the job's not done. Right now, all our focus is on our next game, which is Iowa.
Okay, I still want you to talk a little bit about Wednesday. So we'll talk about Iowa in a second. But what did it mean to get that win against Michigan, who is obviously a rival? I don't think anyone who's watching the Big Ten Network needs me to tell them that, but also happens to be the only team that had beaten you this year.
Yeah, just looking back at our first game against them, we didn't play our best, and, that was evident in the outcome of the game. But, that was just a great opportunity for us to see, how we could improve as a team. And I think we just put a lot of pieces together that didn't work last game, and it showed. And I think we're just really excited and proud of ourselves, how far we've come just from the last time we played them. And we're just glad that we got out with the win. And, we just hope that we can continue to improve moving forward.
So you guys are the outright Big Ten champs. Iowa has gotten a ton of hype this year, and deservedly so for obvious reasons. Caitlin Clark probably foremost, but also they were the national runners-up a year ago. I know this might sound like a little bit of a strange question given how great you guys are. I mean, you're the number 2 team in the country. You're number 1 seed in the NCAA tournament as of now. But is there a little bit of a, hey, don't forget about us here with all the hype that they get?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Iowa is a great team. They have great players, not just Caitlin Clark, but they have a full team of players who can, really play basketball well. But, we're kind of used to, being overlooked a little bit, underrated. But at the end of the day, we don't really focus on these rankings, whether we're ranked number 2 or 102. We have the same practice intensity going into each game and preparation and everything. But we're just excited for these opportunities to expose, our talents when we play other teams. And we just want to keep getting better each day.
Let's talk a little bit about your background. And I'm guessing most Big Ten fans know this, but your dad, John, was a great football player. Those of us in Chicago remember him as a number 1 pick of the Bears. I know that his career ended before you were able to kind of comprehend it, but have you looked back and watched videos of him terrorizing quarterbacks at all?
Yeah, for sure. Also, just listening to what other people had to say about my dad. Obviously, I didn't get to see him play, so just listening to what other people had to say about his, career and his accomplishments, it means a lot. Obviously, I would have loved to have seen him play, but I'm just really proud of him. And obviously, just coming from an athletic background for a family, I think it's helped me in my career. Just the foundations that they've laid in our family and work ethic and everything. I think that just has really helped my career right now.
Well, I know that he sadly passed away just before your high school career started. What impact did he have before his death in terms of getting you to where you are as a basketball player? Like, how involved was he in your development?
Yeah, he was very involved. He's actually the reason why I started playing basketball with me and my siblings. Like I said, we started at a very young age, and I just fell in love with the game, and he just took a lot of the stuff that he learned with his professional career and really helped me with growing and, practicing every single day and just making sure I know the importance of consistency and work ethic and really working hard to chase my dreams. And, a lot of the accomplishments I've had in my career so far definitely go to him, but obviously both my parents, but definitely thankful for everything that he was able to do for me.
One other thing I think is interesting about you is that you are a twin. Your sister Haley plays at Youngstown State. I am the father of twin girls myself, so I'm always very interested in this dynamic. What was it like between the two of you? How much of it was competing with one another? How much of it was supporting one another? How much of it was somewhere in the middle ground, depending on the day? Like, describe your relationship with Haley as a twin and as a basketball player.
Yeah, honestly, we've both played a pretty pivotal role in each other's basketball career, let alone our lives. And, we've just been competing with each other, since we were younger, since we were 4 years old. And then in middle school and high school, just playing with each other has been really, really incredible. And, just having that relationship with her as a twin, as a sibling, and being able to showcase, what we're able to do together on the court, I think that's benefited us, throughout our careers. Obviously, it's unfortunate we couldn't play college basketball together, but I think this is also important for us to kind of be independent from each other and just see how we can grow with each other apart.
Oh, you guys face Iowa coming up here on Sunday, as we mentioned. You beat them in overtime in January. It was a wonderful game. What can you build on from that game as you head into the rematch?
Yeah, just keep in mind, they're an incredible team. They have really great players, but just looking at, the mistakes that we made last game and just seeing areas where we can improve, we're really going to focus on that. Honestly, looking back, I don't even think we played our best. And I think that just shows, how great of a team we are and, how much better we can get. And just, like I said, looking at our mistakes and seeing how we can improve as a team and really just focusing on how we can come together and, do our best to beat them.
We mentioned Caitlin Clark earlier. She had 45 points in that one. Now, you still won the game. So do you just say, we're going to go with the same defensive game plan and we'll let her get 45, or try to prevent it, but if she does, we can still win the game? Or do you scrap the whole thing and say, we need a different approach here?
I mean, obviously, we want to make it as hard for her to score as possible. But, like I said, she's an incredible player and she's going to get her points every single night. And, as long as we're just containing, her other teammates too, and just making sure that they're not scoring a lot, I think it's important to just make sure it's as hard as possible for them to score in general. But, I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, she's a great player. She's going to get her points. But as long as we're doing our best on our end, I think we're going to be in a good position.
Your team finished one game away from the Final Four last year. This program has been to one Final Four. It was not in any of the lifetimes of anyone on this team. It's more than 30 years ago. How much do you talk about that as a goal and getting Ohio State back to that point this year when you have such a great team?
Yeah, that's a huge goal, honestly. It is far ahead. And so, right now our focus is really just moving on to the Big Ten tournament. But, it'd be great to see this team, especially how far we've come from the beginning of the season to where we're at right now. I think that would be amazing if we can make it to the Final Four. But honestly, we're just going to take it game by game and not look too far ahead, just stay level-headed, not look too bad at our negatives, and just focus on getting better each day. And, hopefully we'll make it there.
It is a great approach, no doubt, and we look forward to seeing what the future holds here for the Buckeyes, starting with that huge game in Iowa City on Sunday to wrap up the regular season. Best of luck there. Best of luck in Minneapolis and in the NCAA tournament as well. And thanks for spending a little time with us, Taylor.
Thank you.
So that is Taylor Thierry. Again, that Ohio State game with Iowa, one of 7 in the Big Ten on Sunday. Everyone plays on the final day of the regular season. All 7 games are televised. We've got 2 on the Big Ten Network, 2 on Big Ten Plus. Plenty of drama and intrigue as they wrap up the regular season.